All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here tonight. If you're here live, it is Thursday, March 17th, 2022. Glad you could all join me here tonight. But if you're here on the replay later on tonight, tomorrow, next week, or sometime down the road, this live stream and live stream replay will have tremendous evergreen value because what I'm going to be discussing here tonight has been happening for many years and will probably continue to happen for many years ahead. But before we get to tonight's topic and this great show I planned for you folks here tonight, let me make sure, first of all, that the YouTube notification has gone out, and it absolutely has. Let me also check out the back end of YouTube. And it is rolling smoothly. All right. First things first. First things first. I just want to make a quick and brief statement regarding some things that have been happening on my channel here lately. Some people that were a part of my channel in the audience in the past have started to come back. And it's been a pleasure to have you folks back here. Yes, maybe you're still somewhat semi-trolling. Maybe you've got something planned up your sleeve. Maybe you don't. But regardless, I welcome you back. And hey, you know what? Let's keep on moving forward in the positive way. If you are someone that has been a part of my channel in the past, this channel's been around for over 3 years, and you would like to come back in a respectful manner, please feel free to email me at coacheli@coacheliasmelas.com. The link or, the actual email is below in the description. And send me your channel link and make sure you tell me who you are. Some of you email me from sock accounts and I can't identify who you are. Let me know who you are, why you want to come back, and, we can definitely make that happen. There have been some people that have reached out to me in a derogatory way, and of course, I'm not even going to respond to your email or your emails. So, if you want to come back, it's all good, and we're going to keep on moving forward with lots of positivity and greatness here in the days, weeks, months, and years ahead. Rainforest Blogs is back. The pleasure is mine. That is GLM. I did not get a chance to unban your main account, GLM. I will do that by sometime tomorrow, and you should be all good to go. I did not forget your main channel, like I just said. There is actually on the in-studio streams, there's about a 20 to 25 second delay because I do use normal latency for better quality. So, you're going to have about a 25-second delay, when you type something and I respond to it, it's going to be a bit of a delay compared to the mobile live streams, which use low latency. And so, that's just the way it goes. All right. So, besides that, let's get to the topic here tonight. I'm going to be discussing 44% of women use dating apps for validation and to boost their confidence. I'm getting some text messages behind the scenes. I'm sorry. One more time, the topic of tonight's show is 44% of women use dating apps for validation and to boost their confidence. So before I tell you folks how tonight's show is going to go, I want to start off by saying I've been in a very happy and healthy relationship for a little over 6 months now. I met this wonderful woman on Match.com a little over 6 months ago. And look, it hasn't been perfect. Nothing is perfect. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. But what I will say is that the woman I am with is a great communicator. She's very consistent. And she has the biggest heart and soul in the world. She's loyal, she's faithful, she's honest, and she moves mountains to be with me. This woman literally moves mountains each and every day, figuratively speaking, but you get what I'm saying, to be with me. And because of that, I have the utmost respect in her. And she's probably listening to me. She's probably listening to me, which is what I'm trying to say, on the way home from work. She just got off of work at 7 o'clock Pacific time when this stream started. Actually, we started a little bit after that. We started at about 7:05 or so. My apologies for the late start if you're here live. But yeah, she's an amazing, amazing woman. And what was I going to say? But yeah, before I met this woman, here's what I wanted to say. Before I met this woman, and I was on dating apps, and over the last 5 to 7 years, that smartphones have become mainstream, and we went from using online dating on laptops and desktops to dating apps on our smartphones, our iPhones and Androids. I'll tell you, for the last 5 to 7 years in between relationships, it has been a bloodbath trying to find a good woman. And I'm sure for you ladies, the same thing goes on the flip side. It's been a bloodbath for you ladies to find a good man. And if you want more content after this, as a prelude into the show, which if you're watching this show live, you're going to watch the other show afterwards. Earlier today, I did a live stream from my walk. And the live stream earlier, that's funny. The live stream from earlier was titled, "Women Will Move Mountains If They're Really Into You." One more time, women will move mountains if they're really into you. And what I saw on dating apps while I was single in between relationships is exactly what the title's saying. About 44% of women use dating apps for validation and to boost their confidence. Meaning that almost half of the women that you encounter or you connect with on a dating app nowadays has no intentions of ever meeting you for any reason, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a one-night stand, whether it be something casual, friends with benefits, or whatever. But what these women will do is they will speak with you like they are interested in you so they can keep you around and see, if they would have been able to keep you around and if it would have worked out had they wanted to go that route. So it's kind of like, it's kind of deceiving, in my opinion, but women are not really doing it to be deceiving. And men do this too, but it's more so women. But again, it appears deceiving, but it really isn't, because women don't realize they're doing this. They do it because, maybe they don't have a whole lot of social awareness in the modern world. Maybe they lack social skills, okay? Even if they're beautiful according to society standards, maybe they don't feel beautiful deep within, and they go out on these dating apps in a pretend way to see what kind of attention they'll get. And what happens? The thirsty beta males give them all this attention. Now sometimes good guys like me, when I was single, good guys like me would encounter these women and I would talk with them. But because I know what to look for, and I know how a woman reacts and what she types and says, if she's really interested, I could pretty much determine, if they were someone that was on the app for the right reasons, or if they were just seeking validation. All you have to do is ask a few questions and say, "Hey, it's nice to meet you. Great to connect with you on such app, whatever it be, Hinge, Bumble, Match.com, or whatever," right? It's nice to meet you here, nice to connect with you here, nice to match with you here. What are you seeking on this app? And you look to see how they respond to that, right? And women that are really into you are going to say, "I'm seeking a long-term relationship with someone that is seeking the same, blah, 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 blah," right? A woman that's not, ready for that or looking for that, or just playing games or just seeking validation is going to say something like, I'm just, looking to make a friend. And if it leads to something more, then, so be it, right? See, women know what they want, right? And if a woman really wants a relationship, she'll just come out and say, I'm seeking a relationship. Hey, O'Neely, how you doing? Hey, host, you're welcome. You deserve the support. Yeah, you must have heard the replay earlier, or maybe you heard it live and didn't comment on my live stream from earlier. I appreciate the $20 Cash App this morning, O'Neely. Unnecessary. You've donated plenty, and I appreciate it, bro. But thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it, brother. You deserve the support. You're a good guy, man. And I'm really so glad that... I know you had mentioned in the comment a while back on my channel that you were a part of the early 40 guys group. And the person in the chat here, Rainforest Blogs, is GLM. I'm sure you know her. She's been a part of that guy's group for a while. But I really do appreciate the fact that maybe you see things a little bit differently now and that you value the content. I greatly appreciate it. So, thank you again for being here. But yeah, I want to help you guys and gals understand this, this game that's being played online, this validation-seeking game that women play nowadays, and it pretty much started primarily with the millennials. Okay, I'm not saying that Gen X women or baby boomer women that are single don't do this. Sure, everybody does this. But it's more so the millennials and the Gen Y millennials and the, predecessors to the millennials, the Gen Zers, the I generation. And I'm sure it's going to stem on down to the next generation, which is now the Alpha generation. O'Neely says, yes, I saw the stream from this morning. And Rainforest Vlog says, don't know this guy. Nice to meet you, sir. And O'Neely says, I try to comment on your videos, but it kept erasing it. I don't know why. There may be some blocked words. I'm not quite sure. I've been removing blocked words daily from my blocked words list. So if it doesn't go through, I'll also check my health review box and I will approve messages. Nice to meet you too, Rainforest, says O'Neely. She's actually GLM. I will unban her main channel for the future shows. So yeah, I want to teach you guys and gals how to better look for, the right matches online, because many men and women, but more so women, come on these apps just seeking validation. A lot of them will put their Instagram on there and they try to redirect you to Instagram, which is against the terms of service on these dating apps. And they want to build a following and they want to market to you and sell things to you. And if you're a guy and you're just out there to meet a good woman for a relationship, okay, you shouldn't have to deal with this crap. You should learn how to identify it and, stop, communicating with women like this, learn how to filter them out quickly, block them, and then move on to women that are there for the right reasons. With that being said, here's how tonight's show is going to go. I've got a couple of blog postings regarding the topic and even one Reddit posting. The blog postings are about 1 year to 2 years old, but, it's still very, very relevant to this day, and it will be for a while. And then I've got this Reddit posting that is pretty closely related to the topic. So I'm going to switch over to the browser screen here in a second. But before I do that, let me check out the chat here real quick. Let's see. My channel name is on the list. All right, cool. O'Neely says, I was only on his channel for a couple weeks, so I don't know any people from his group. I don't conversate much at all, mostly listen. Yeah, I'm just curious to know, O'Neely, how did you find out about his channel? I'm just wondering, were you just looking for certain types of topics? Rainforest Block says, I'm not part of any groups. All right, you stand on your own. That's great. Rainforest Blogs, GLM. All right, let's switch over to the browser screen, and we're going to first go over, where am I? Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm going to first go over the Reddit posting. And after I go through this Reddit posting, I'm going to take a quick, 8 or 9 minute break, and then come back and end the show up with the 2 blog postings. This is going to take a while because I'm going to go through a bunch of these comments and give my feedback. Okay, this is from the subreddit Seduction. And the original poster's title states, "Men who deleted themselves from dating apps. Did things improve for you? Inner game." One more time. Men who deleted themselves from dating apps. Did things improve for you? I thought this was a very, very interesting posting. It came up on my Reddit feed. I got a notification on it earlier. I subscribe to a bunch of dating communities on Reddit. And let me tell you, Reddit is the place where people talk about anything and everything. So, what I really need to do is get more involved in commenting within these groups. It would probably help my channel grow more and really help these people out. I just have not had the time to do it yet, and I need to fit in the time. I'm trying to budget that in. But let's get to his posting here and see what he wrote. "I think it is common knowledge that dating apps zap the life out of your confidence. That's not true. Only if you allow it to zap the life out of your confidence will that happen, right? I've always said this, and I'll say it again, okay? Don't let the dating apps control you. You control the dating apps, okay? Seriously. Don't let anyone get to you. And you have to understand that almost half the women that you connect with on dating apps, as the title states here on the stream, 44% of women use dating apps for validation and to boost their confidence. Almost half the women on dating apps are seeking validation and to have their confidence boosted, and they have no intentions of meeting you or anyone else. You have to learn how to filter those women out by asking specific questions and getting to the point and trying to get them off the app to a phone call the same day after a few messages, or at least by the next day. And if they don't give you their phone number to talk off the app, then boom, you move on. Okay, you remove the match or you block them and you move on. A woman that's really into you is going to want to move through the process with you. After years of being on dating apps, and despite being successful in having sex from the apps, I've finally had enough. Yeah, I've never been into the one-night stand kind of thing, but let me tell you, if I wanted to have one-night stands, I would have probably been with 500 women by now. And that's not me. I don't sleep around, right? But, I've come across many women that just wanted to have friends with benefits, that just wanted to have, a fling every now and then. And especially here in my area, in the San Francisco Bay Area, women are very busy and a lot of them don't have time or want relationships because of their work. Their work is so demanding. They just want to have a guy on the side to fulfill their needs every now and then. And it's like, that's not for me. I want something real. That's why I'm with my woman. It's something real. So yeah, I get it. So you've had success in connecting with beautiful women and banging them, but it doesn't fulfill you. And as you get older, see, like he says, I'm 32, right? In your 20s, yeah, you probably were like, okay, let's explore, let's have fun, right? Now you're in your early 30s and you're like, man, I've grown up, I've got my shit together, got a good job, making good money, got a house, car, everything, right? And I really want to find a good woman to share that with, but all these women, even at my age, early 30s, just want to bang or have friends with benefits or flings, right? Or they have a list a mile long of the type of guy they're looking for in a relationship, and it's impossible for any man to qualify. Their expectations have become unreasonable, right? I'm 32, wanting to settle down, and I just don't think dating apps is for me or are for you. Okay. At least not for the moment. Dating apps are whatever you make them to be. It's no different than coming across people in person. Okay. And as a matter of fact, you have a lot more options on dating apps and you have a wider territory because without dating apps, you're limited to meeting people within 5 to 10 miles of where you live, where you drive around, do your shopping, etc. Right? Okay. Dating apps will open up that market, right? And, if you have decent looking photos and you can write a decent profile that's grammatically correct and spelled properly right, and you put it out there in a mature yet fun, lighthearted way, you're going to attract women and they're going to match with you. Okay. But half those women off the bat are just there seeking validation, like I've been saying, and a confidence boost, and they want nothing more. Then the other half that are open to meeting may not be looking for exactly what you're looking for. Even though they say they're looking for a relationship, some women say that, and what they really want is a friends with benefits, right? You have to learn how to filter through women quickly so you're not wasting your time, so that way you have plenty of energy left when the right one comes along to get to know her the right way and move through the process of chatting with her through the dating app, then taking it to the phone. And if that feels right, then you meet shortly after that within a day or two, and then, you see where it goes in person. So maybe you're just kind of, a little bit burnt out from just banging all these women, right? Maybe you're burnt out, from, having all these conversations that never lead to anywhere. You got to get to the point much quicker. Don't invest time into a deeper conversation with a woman that's not on the same page as you. You need to ask that right away. What are you seeking on this app? And see how they answer it. Okay? All right. Let me check out the chat here real quick. Let's see. Your portal. I rely almost exclusively on day game. At some point in the future, if you could do a video discussing optimal day game, it would be much appreciated. Well, your portal, I will say this, that, there's nothing wrong with day game. A day game is basically as you go about your day, whether you're at work or you go to the supermarket or you go to a bowling alley or you go hang out somewhere with friends, you're going to encounter women. And day game is nothing different than online dating, except it's in person. If you see a woman and she's cute and you're in a social environment and you want to go up to her and say, hey, how's it going? My name is Bob. I just wanted to introduce myself. I thought you were beautiful and having a great time here. It seems like you're having a great time too. You want to hang out with us a little bit? That's all you do, right? Right? It's all about the approach, right? It's all about just being natural wherever you're at. The problem with day game is you don't know if somebody's single or not, or married or not, because even a lot of women that are married don't wear their rings, or they conceal them, right? And so, you're going to probably get a lot more rejection using day game, whereas online, supposedly most people or all people are single and available, right? But day game is nothing but, approaching, women wherever you're at. I'm not a big fan of cold approach. There are a lot of guys that go, out on the streets in, the cities where they live. And as women are walking, they go up to them and they say, hey, do you mind if I talk with you for a second? Right? And I think that's the worst way to approach women. I mean, it can work at times, but women that are walking down the street and they're walking fast, they're trying to get somewhere, they're busy, and they're not in the right mindset to be approached by a guy. You're almost kind of like forcing the approach, right? That's my thought about it. But hey, if you're, and I don't really like the bar scene, but at least if you're inside of an upscale type of bar and there are good people there, and you're socializing and you see a couple of ladies and you're with a couple of your guy friends and you want to go over and say hi, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. And just see where it goes from there. Let's see. I just noticed he spreads fear saying America will end soon. And you can't listen to that garbage. Yeah, you're talking about the early 40s guy. I mean, I don't think he really even means or believes half the things he says. He does anything he can to attract his conservative audience. Now, I think you're conservative too, sir, but I think you're a real conservative. He has more of an alt-right audience, like the Trump supporting audience. And if you support Trump, no problem. I just don't support Trump. I have conservative friends here in California, and they're nice people. They're nothing like the early 40s guy and the people he hangs out with. That's why I think his group is more of an alt-right type of group. And I used to follow him years ago. He used to attack me all the time and stuff. And, he just does whatever he can to get all eyes on him and to satisfy a sponsor that he has that's paying him to do this type of content and to satisfy his crazy alt-right audience. So I get it, man. Good for you that you removed yourself from that garbage. O'Neely says, beautiful women are fun to hang. Of course they are, bro. Rainforest Vlogs, what is this day game? I just mentioned it. Beautiful women are too much work. Well, I think all women are a lot of work, and all men can be a lot of work too. But see, folks, you don't have to make dating difficult. Dating is only as difficult as you make it to be. The biggest problem in dating is that, people waste too much time with one person. Typically, men waste too much time with one woman that's not showing a high level of interest towards them because she's so beautiful. They keep trying with her, right? And I'm trying to teach men to look for signs where women show high levels of interest and focus on that. Let's see here. Agreed, Rain, says O'Neely. Yeah. I think all women are difficult nowadays because the thirsty beta males pedestalize even the not so attractive women. I think the best way to meet people, apps are not natural. You think in person. Okay, your portal. I think the apps have changed things, and most of the women that I approach are very receptive and actually quite appreciative of the human approach. Well, that's good. Where are you from, your portal? Because you must be from the Midwest or the South, where people are a little bit more laid back and relaxed. I'm here in California, Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area. And, things are 100 miles a second here. It's really fast paced. So you're probably in a more laid back type of, demographic. And, if that works for you, that's great. It helps being tall and fairly good looking. Also, it helps to gauge the initial attraction level. Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest part. That's what I try to teach people. You got to gauge their level of interest, which is also their level of attraction. O'Neely, yes, I'm conservative, but nowadays I think both parties are bad. I think there are good and bad parts to both sides, bro. And I think you just said the same thing in different words. I like some conservative views and I like some liberal views, but I also can't stand some conservative views and can't stand some liberal views. I think we should all work together to, create better good for everyone instead of just arguing amongst each other like Congress does. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Grown-ass people in high-level government positions fighting like little kids. Wow. Your portal. As a man, if you don't have the balls to approach a woman in public, I don't think you deserve to get laid. Well, I agree. But some guys somehow slip through the cracks and get it. Some women, I don't know. Some women like those types of guys that are overly nice. You know, it's very rare, but sometimes you just get lucky. You're at the right place at the right time. But you're right for the most part, your portal. Rainforest Vlogs, I like the Mexican cat call approach. I don't know what that is. Your portal, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, but I used to live in Southern California at one point. Oh, Nashville. Nashville is probably a lot nicer people in general there. I'm not saying people aren't nice here, but in Nashville, the environment's a little bit more laid back. You got more of that Southern hospitality out there, which, you know, I'm not saying there aren't any women that are like that out here. There are. I'm lucky to be with one, but they're rare. So most women out here in California are working high-level executive jobs or jobs that require them to exude more masculine energy than feminine energy. And, you know, that shifts on over into their dating life. And guys like me, when I was single, would just avoid women like that like the plague. So what happens? They end up, you know, with the guys that will accept them, the beta males. And the beta male might get lucky and get laid because he's being compliant to the alpha, you know, female that's exuding more masculine energy than feminine energy. But what happens after a while? The lady, you know, gets tired of the beta male because he's spineless and sucks up to her, pedestalizes her, and is just not man enough for her. And it just creates this vicious cycle of shit around here, or cities or areas like mine. You just live in an area where, you know, you probably have a lot more Southern hospitality with women, brother, than we do out here. I'd like to get your opinion on it. Rainforest Vlogs. Everyone hates each other in California. I got stabbed twice this morning. She's lying about the stabbing. Oh, okay. Let's get back to this here. All right, we are at 32 minutes. Let's read comments until we hit 45 minutes, then we'll take a break. First comment. I heavily used dating apps for like 3 years or so. Hookups were easy to find, but they were women between 4s and 7s. A lot of those were mid to young 20s. Ton of fun stories and women. Took a lengthy break from online dating, and although hookups reduces, quality went up to 8 to 10s. And let me tell you, once you bang a hot 10, it changes how you view dating. Well, here's the thing. I don't think you should let a hot 10 woman that's known as a 10 according to society standards of physical attractiveness, I don't think you should let her change how you view dating. Because in essence, by you saying that, you're pedestalizing this woman. Okay? I've dated, 7s, 6s and 7s according to society standards. Okay? But to me, overall, they were a 10. Even though physically, according to society standards, they would be a 7 or an 8 or maybe even a 6 at times. Right? But they were still beautiful, and they had a big heart, and they had a big soul, and they were a little more tomboyish. And quite frankly, I'm more attracted to women that don't need to, have plastic body parts like boobies, have Botox, have fake eyeliner or fake eyelashes, and eyeliner and tons of makeup, right? I'm not attracted to those women that overly glamorize themselves. I like a natural woman. I'm more into the tomboys. Now, my woman right now, she's a very beautiful woman. And I'm not going to sit here and rate my woman because I don't want to deal with her and other people on here. But let me just tell you this. Overall, looks, personality, big heart and soul, and everything, she's a 10. Okay? But I'm not judging her on just physical attractiveness. And I'm not judging her at all. I'm saying that she's a 10 to me because she's the full package. That's the way you guys need to look at it. I would rather be with a woman that's physically a 6 or a 7 with a 10 personality than a woman that's a 10, 9 or 10 that has a 2 or 3 personality. And these women know they're hot, right? And the women that are hot and know they're hot, they're not going to be faithful and loyal to you. Yeah, you might enjoy banging them one time, but how long are they going to stick around? And how many other guys they banging at the same time they're banging you? All right. The original poster comments and says, as it goes, I have, and since then, I've hardly bothered with chasing people even for sex. I have a fuck buddy who's an 8, I'd say, which I meet once a month. And honestly, when I match with someone, I just can't be arsed to text them. Unless, of course, I see potential in them as a partner, not just a fuck. I think you like this fuck buddy more than a fuck buddy. That's an 8, but she's just not ready to commit. So I think what's happening, dude, is that, you're just accepting, having occasional sex with her and maybe hoping one day she comes around. Honestly, dude, if you really like her for more than just sex, I would tell her. I would say, look, I'm enjoying sleeping with you. We have great sexual chemistry, but I actually really like who you are. And, it's like, I just don't, I'm at an age right now. I'm in my early 30s. I'm looking for something more genuine and long-lasting. If you're not ready for something like that, or if you don't see me as that type of guy, that's fine. I can't do this fuck buddy thing anymore, right? Because here's the thing, dude. If that's all she was, and you didn't care, have feelings for her, when you come across other women that you match with, and you're having a hard time texting them and doing something with them, then you've got some emotional bond with this woman. Where do you find a fuck buddy? Oh, my God. Oh, man. Let me read the chat here real quick. Tall, curly-haired, tan girls are best. Your portal says, I give an attractive woman an extra point for being freaky in bed. Well, that's cool. Let me see. I need an F buddy that is clean. Rainforest Vlogs, aka GLM. I don't like the term F buddy. I prefer activity partner. That's a stab at my old activity partner. GLM. Thanks for remembering that. And you probably missed a stream where, I mentioned that I was actually dating her for over a year. And, she was more than just an activity partner. And I just didn't want to deal with you guys. And I had to figure out how I was going to handle, talking about future girlfriends online. And now with this woman here, she's the right woman. I've handled it perfectly. But yeah, you got a great memory, Rainforest Vlogs, GLM, the activity partner. Oh, I know you, kid. It's all good. GLM, do you like you haven't seen my new boom stand. Do you like the new boom stand? It makes the microphone sound better. I've tweaked my sound. Pretty good quality, 1080p, 60 frames per second. New camera, Sony a6400. I've had this for about 6-7 months now, but yeah. You like? All right, let's continue here. Anywhere, really, just don't be thirsty and treat them how you would any human being. I'm going to give you a big round of applause for that! Oh, there we go. I couldn't find my applause button. I could not have said it better myself. Anywhere, really. Just don't be thirsty and treat them how you would any human being. That is the best advice I can give any man that wants to get with a woman for any reason, whether it be an F-buddy, whether it be casual dating, friends with benefits, or what I pretty much preach, because that's all I do, is relationship stuff. I'm a relationship guy, right? Okay? Treat women the same way that you would treat your guy friends. That's it. That's it. You don't need to put women on a pedestal. You don't need to act any different. Just be yourself and go for it. Go for it. Ask her out as soon as possible. Try to kiss her as soon as possible. Go for it. And it's either going to work or not. If it doesn't work, she turns a cheek, or it's not meant to be, then you move on. You don't waste your time. Right? You don't waste your time, and you also don't disrespect yourself at the same time. You got to have self-respect. Well said there. Well said. Well, anywhere isn't really much help, is it? What he means by anywhere, God, how these young guys, they just don't get it. It could be online, it could be offline, it could be at your church, it could be at a bar, a restaurant. If you're a part of a softball league or golf league or whatever, it could be anywhere, bro. Anywhere where women are at. It could be women walking down the street, the supermarket. Man, the guys these days, wow. Oh, where can you find women to be an F-buddy? God, dude. You can find women anywhere and everywhere, regardless of what you're looking for within a woman or with a woman. You certainly ain't getting a whole lot if you are thirsty or see them as human fleshlights. Right. The clubs are an obvious place, but not ideal if you have issues approaching women. That is true. Well, if you have issues approaching women, you're not going to even do well on online dating. But yeah, online dating may be a little easier for guys that fear rejection because, you're not right in front of their face or around a lot of other people. But you guys gotta get used to being rejected. Everyone gets rejected. Even hot people get rejected, right? The moment you get over your fears of rejection, you're gonna start to approach more and more people, and you'll get rejected most of the time. But every now and then, you'll get lucky. That's why they call it getting lucky. Try co-ed sports leagues. Softball leagues are a great place to meet women, and for women to meet guys, especially when you get older. Let me read the chat here real quick. Looks good, says Rainforest Vlogs. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Your portal, men should never lead with their wallet. I agree. I've been saying that. That's the quickest way to repel a woman is to go on a first date and even take her to coffee. I wouldn't even go to coffee. I've done that in my younger days, right? You go nowhere where you have to spend money. For a first date, you as the man are testing the woman to see if she's into you outside of your money, right? Go take a nice walk at the park or a hike, but do it in the late afternoon / early evening when the sun is going to go down at least in a few hours. Because by the time the date ends, you want it to be dark. So that way there's a romantic mood and there's a possibility of a kiss to happen. You need to have some kind of romantic, gesture happen on a first meeting for it to go to a second date. It has to happen or it will never go anywhere. And yeah, you never take a woman to dinner or coffee or spend any money until you've had some kind of affection with her. At least making out or some grabby with the intent that the next time you see each other, you're going to go all the way. Right? Right? And the women out there that are saying, oh, no, you don't have to go all the way with a woman, or so we don't have to go all the way with a man to deserve dinner. Excuse me. Us guys nowadays know that unless you sleep with us, you're not really into us. So why are we going to invest dinner and our money in you if you're not going to be intimate with us, which is what people do in a relationship that really like each other for the right reasons, right? It's a test. And see, the thing is, us guys that know what we're doing nowadays, us non-beta male guys that know what we're doing, we're testing women to see if they deserve to get dinner from us by seeing, are they going to be open to intimacy with us, right? Makes sense? Rainforest Vlogs, men should always lead with the D. Well, as funny as you're saying that, I agree with you, GLM. Your portal. I laugh at the clowns who go to the bars and overtip the waitresses and think it is going to get them laid. Yeah, they're insecure, shy, guys with approach anxiety. Your portal. Women lose all respect for beta males who try to impress them initially with their money. That's why you don't spend any money on a woman until she's earned it, right? Now, with the woman I'm with, like, I'm not spending a whole lot of money on her, but we've gone to some nice restaurants and I got her a few gifts, but I get great deals online. But I didn't do that right away for her, right? And here's the thing. Like, I like doing nice things for her and with her because she's real with me, right? She's earned it. And she gets mad at me at times because I'm spending money on her, on us, right? And I'm like, babe, this makes no sense. She goes, I just don't want you to think I'm with you for your money. If I thought you were with me for my money, then I wouldn't be with you. Well, I just, I'm so grateful. Cool. And I know she appreciates it, but she continues to say, you don't need to spend this money because that's her way of continuously making me aware that she's with me for the right reason. But she has earned what I'm doing for her. You guys, you can't give away your stuff for free to women. They have to earn it, okay? And on the flip side, you have to earn their trust too. They have to earn your trust and you have to earn their trust. And the way you do that is you know what men want and us men know what you women want. Us men want the intimacy, and you ladies do too, but more so the men, it seems like, right? And you ladies want a guy to wine you and dine you and be chivalrous and shit, right? No problem. As long as everything is happening, as long as there's romance and intimacy, right? No problem. No problem. All right. We are at 47 minutes. Let's read a few more before we take the first break here. This is Cap. Did you mean to say crap? Doubt they were true 8 to 10s. Well, dude, we don't have to question some guy on the internet whether he's being truthful or not. Come on, man. Also, it doesn't make sense how all of a sudden, just because you're off apps, you can start pulling hotter women. When you're approaching women in person, it's either going to happen or not. You're not wasting any time. I think that's what a lot of people, that talk about day game, just kind of like how your portal's talking about day game in the chat, right? With day game, you're going to know your answer right away because you're already seeing the woman in person. She's seeing you. You both know if you have that large rush or spark of sexual attraction. But you just don't know when you approach the woman if she's single or not, what kind of mood she's in, okay? What type of things she likes. All you're seeing is what she looks like, right? But at least you're gonna know if she's attracted to you or not, enough to the point of where if you ask her for her number and she's single, she'll give it to you. If not, she'll keep moving forward, right? And you're not wasting time like on the dating apps. And yeah, do I think it would be probably easier for an average-looking guy to pull an 8, 9, or 10 in person than through a dating app? Absolutely, because the dating apps are flooded with beta males, and these women are getting thousands of messages a day, right? So in person, if you're the one dude that cold approaches them, that's going to stand out. Where in the dating app world, you're just lost in a sea of love of other thirsty guys trying to get her attention just because she's hot. Right? Okay. All right. The hottest women are not on dating apps. You can only find them in real life. No, that is wrong. They're both. You just have not used dating apps the right way. When I was on dating apps, there were lots of hot women. My woman's pretty hot. Okay? There are hot women on there. But there are also women that are not hot, and you got to spend enough time on the dating app to go through thousands of profiles to find them. The hottest women are not on dating apps. You are wrong. They are on dating apps because they want the validation of dating apps. They're probably primarily a big part of the 44% of women that use dating apps for validation and to boost their confidence or to build their Instagrams by redirecting people to Instagram. Come on, man. That was a poor statement there. One more, and then we're taking a break. You'll find the hottest women, models, dancers, actresses, etc. on Instagram. That is true. While I have met very attractive women through cold approach, and I am in a major city, so that helps, I've met the absolute hottest women so far on Instagram. Unless you're in New York or LA, meeting stunning models in real life will be rare, which is where Instagram game shines. Well, if you're in a different area, like if you're in more of a rural area than an urban area, you're going to have a better chance because there's less competition, right? But here's the thing. Why would you want to even try and date these Instagram models? They're there for one reason, attention and making money. They're there to build their following on Instagram so they can start a YouTube channel or an OnlyFans or create some type of content behind a paywall. So while you may find some of the hottest women there, these are the women that are also not really looking for something genuine. They're looking to capitalize off of you guys. So I disagree with this here, man. Maybe you've gotten lucky and you met one in an urban area. Maybe you're in the Midwest or the South. But out here in California or in New York or in any other major state, right, with major cities and metropolitan areas, sorry, buddy, it doesn't work that way, man. How do you find them on Instagram? Is there a page for dating? D-A-T-T-I-N-G. It's D-A-T-I-N, dating. One more. I follow a lot of fashion photography pages on Instagram, and I usually find models that way. I'll reply to their stories with either a cold read or a funny comment, and they either don't see it or reply to the message. I can get 2 out of 10 women to respond on Insta. Well, you've probably gotten lucky, dude. I do not think Instagram models is a viable way to get dates and meet hot women that are going to be into you for the right reason. Oh, man. All right. Let's go back to full screen, check out the chat, and then we're going to queue up some royalty-free YouTube music and take a break and come back and get to the blogs. My lady just messaged me. She goes, I'm home, babe. Love the show. Hey, babe, welcome to the show. I'm about to take a break. Let me know if you're going to watch the rest of the show. It's going to be about another hour of show when I get back from the break. And hopefully you're feeling good and have energy because I'd love to talk with you after the show. And keep your great day going, babe. Glad to hear from you earlier that you're having a great day. Okay, let's see. Can you imagine seeing... All right. You're talking about some other woman. Hi, babe, ma'am. That's GLM. Babe behind the scenes. Rainforest Vlogs is GLM. She's that lady I told you about that lives in Solano County, like the Fairfield, Vacaville area. Yeah. It's all good. She came back and she's been civil. She's been banned here about 20 times over the last 3 years. But we're giving people another chance and we're just being cool about it. So she's all good. Your portal says, my opinion is that a lot of those Instagram models are actually covert escorts. They are. And they're looking to just make money off of you, man. All they're doing is building their audience there, right? And they look for the thirsty beta males because they lack the self-confidence to get women. So these women are able to string them along. And they pay these women for all their paid services, thinking that that's going to be their way into the golden V. But that's not what happens. They end up just being suckers. Nope, she does not have your full background. No, I don't do that, GLM. But I've told her about you. I've told her what happened in the past. And you know what? It's no big deal. We give people chances. We're good people. It's all good. All right, let's queue up some royalty-free YouTube music. Let me just cue up some songs here. Do 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 do. My lady loves it when I go do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let me see here. What do I want to play here? Boo doo boo boo doo boo doo boo. Let me see here. Got a couple more to go. Just need one more. Oh, I know what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back with one of my favorite songs. All right, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away and take a 9 or 10 minute break, or a little bit less. When I get back, I'm going to go over those 2 blogs. I'm going to blitz through them, 30 minutes apiece. We're going to be on for another hour. The first one is titled, it's from the Huffington Post, which is now called Huff Post. Women on dating apps, mainly for confidence boost, not love study. Yeah, and that was written on May 24th of 2018. So we're looking about, 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago, but it still holds true to this day. I mean, it has not changed. It's actually got worse. So those numbers, the 44% this blog states, they could be higher. But even at 44%, that is staggering. And then after that, we're going to go to the Your Tango blog and read a blog, and I'll share my thoughts on this title. MTV released a shocking study about seeking validation on dating apps. One more time. MTV released a shocking study about seeking validation on dating apps. And this blog, when was this written? This was written in 2019. I don't have an exact date, but it's 2019. So about 3 years ago. So with that being said, stick around. Stick around. Stick around. Round. We'll be right energy up. You gotta wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. I love this song. My favorite song, my most favorite song within the YouTube audio library. Yeah. Ethan Mixels, double helix. Energy up, energy up, energy up. Yeah. Feel it, baby. Feel it. Yeah, feel it. Woo. Yeah. Lower the music, Eli. Oh my. That's a song I used to play on my former channel I used to run years ago out here on YouTube when I first started this coaching thing. It was a show called Coach Eli Live. Boy, I have all of those past episodes of Coach Eli Live. They've been re-uploaded to another channel called Coach Eli Classics. Videos from my former channel. And all of those videos are on unlisted or private. Maybe one day I'll re-release some of them. Yeah, those were some very, very interesting days. But for now, we're just going to leave it at that. All right, here we go. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli live here on YouTube. Glad you could all join me here tonight. If you're here live, it is Thursday, March 17th, 2022. If you're here on the replay, stick around. Tremendous evergreen value here. This is going to be evergreen for a while. And, before I get to the rest, let me just let Ethan just lead us into the second part of the show. Let me raise it up again. Here we go. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Oh. Whew. Okay. All right. I guess it's time to get back down to business. Hey, baby, if you're watching still behind the scenes, did that fire you up? Did that get your juices flowing? Because that's what I'm here to do. I am so tired of hate and negativity. I'm tired of passive-aggressive stuff. I am just tired of all the BS and drama this world has. I want to create a place here on YouTube and all over social media that's going to uplift you in a positive way and make you feel good. That's what I'm all about. If you missed the first part of the show, go back and check out the replay. The first part, I was putting a spin on a Reddit posting that was titled, Men Who Deleted Themselves from Dating Apps. Did Things Improve for You? Very, very interesting. Go back and check out the replay if you missed it. If you're here on the replay, obviously, you can just seek through. When you're here live, I have the DVR feature disabled, so that way people can comment here live and not scrub back and not follow it live. So go back and check out the replay if you missed that. And we're about to get the two blog stories that more go into the topic here that I'll put my spin on. But the topic of tonight's show is 44% of women use dating apps for validation and to boost their confidence. One more time, 44% of women use dating apps for validation and to boost their confidence. So in essence, guys, almost half the women you connect with on these dating apps or through online dating are going to completely waste your time. And you have to learn to filter through those women. Now, guys do this too. Guys do it too. So ladies, you got to watch out for this too. But it's more so women that are doing it. And it's because they know there are a ton of thirsty beta males out there that'll validate them. Or a lot of women will create dating profiles and put their Instagram in there, which is against the terms of service of all dating platforms and dating apps. But they try to redirect you to connect with them on Instagram. And then from there, they're going to try to sell you anything and everything under the sun. And be more careful with the ladies that are under 30 because, the thirsty beta males, they like the young ones, right? Between 18 and 29. And so a lot of women know about this and they're like, okay, I'm young, I'm hot. Let me take advantage of my youth and hotness and let me sell it to thirsty beta males that I can lead to believe will have a chance with me, but they don't have a chance in hell. We're not going to give them the time of day, but we're going to lead them to believe that if they pay us money for our paid services, we're going to fall in love with them and live happily ever after. Come on, guys. You should be a lot smarter than that. My lady says, I'm here. I'm getting pumped up for my pasta. Yeah, your leftover pasta from last night. Yeah, I had the leftovers from last night's dinner before I went live between my previous walking stream and this stream here, and I feel amazing. All right. Rainforest Blog says, does Babe Ma'am know about your epic dancing streams? I don't think I ever told her about them, but I can send her the links. Sure, Babe, I will send you the links to my epic dancing streams, right? With the strobe lights in the background, right? Maybe I'll do one of those sometime soon. Again, Rainforest Vlogs, a.k.a. GLM. All right, let's get to it here. Let's get to the first of two blog articles that directly relate to this topic. Switching over to the browser source. This is from the Huffington Post. Pasta sounds good, Babe Ma'am. Okay. What does your man call you? Rainforest Vlogs? People on the internet. Wow. What they'll do for entertainment, right? Oh, boy. All right, the topic is, or the title of this blog is, Women on Dating Apps Mainly for Confidence Boost, Not Love Study. Women use dating apps to feel better about themselves more than men do. Let me repeat that one more time. Women use dating apps to feel better about themselves more than men do. I'm going to give you a big round of applause because that is so true. Yeah, men do it too. No doubt about it that men do it too. But it's more so women, like 10 to 1. More so women. All right. That's a great set of pictures there. For some women, boosting their confidence is one of the primary reasons they are on dating apps, not necessarily to find love. And why is that, in my opinion? Because there are women out there that are very good looking, but they don't feel they're good looking. Or maybe they've been through some trauma, or maybe they didn't get enough strokes as a little kid from their family, their mother, their father, right? So they go on these dating apps to seek validation. So that way they feel they are worthy when they should know that they're worthy deep within, right? But what a lot of these women don't realize, and the ones that capitalize off it and make money, they know about the thirsty beta males, but the other women that just, are insecure about their looks or something, even though they look good, right? What they don't realize is that they're getting validated by men that are acting like women, like feminized beta males, right? So are they really getting validated, right? New research from the Norwegian University of Science found that women get a kick out of merely being considered a potential bae, even if they have no intention of pursuing the match beyond that point. Yeah, you get a high because a lot of people are showing interest in you. The more men that show interest in you, it makes you feel like you're on top of the world and you're more valuable and worthy. Quite honestly, I think that's a bunch of crap. Because what men are doing that? The men you don't want are validating you, right? If you wanted any one of these guys, if they were worthy to be with you because they were a real man, right? Right? Come on. It wouldn't matter. Come on. Here's a tweet. Oh, I forgot how much I liked hashtag dating app for random I forgot how much I liked hashtag dating app for random confidence boosts. Shows how much you can achieve when you put zero effort in. Crying out a laughter emoji, hashtag not superficial. Come on. This is a chick that goes by the name of Mel, probably short for Melanie. And a message below that she shared. Hey, this message would be so much cooler with a penguin wearing a top hat sliding in. Your hair is on fire. How are you? Random compliment time. Your eyebrows are on. Wow. Jesus. Researchers looked into the swiping habits of 641 Norwegian university students aged between the ages of 19 and 29. And women said their main motivation in going online was self-affirmation rather than seeking a committed relationship or sex. Guys, pay attention to this one more time. Okay? Research shows of 641 Norwegian university students aged between the ages of 19 and 29. And women said their main motivation in going online was self-affirmation rather than seeking a committed relationship or sex. Wow. It's not shocking to me because I used to encounter this all the time when I was single. And I figured it out pretty quickly, and I stopped wasting my time on these women that weren't willing to move forward. That's why you got to get to the point. Okay? You don't want to chat with a woman for weeks on end because all she's doing, any woman that chats with a guy for weeks on a dating app and doesn't take to the phone and then to meet, all she's doing is using you as a therapist or for validation. Let me check out the chat here real quick. He calls me late for dinner, says Rainforest Blogs. Okay. Women use dating apps to feel better about themselves more than men do, said study co-author Dr. Mons Bendixson. Data from LendEDU also confirmed these findings as 44% of U.S. millennial college students, indicated using Tinder mainly as a confidence booster. Now, this article was written almost 4 years ago. I would have to say that 44% number has probably gone up to about 55 to 60%. Wow. So that is a staggering amount. More than half the women that you connect with and are chatting with on dating apps nowadays are just looking to waste your time and boost their confidence and their ego. That's why you got to get to the point, guys. And the more and more guys that get to the point quicker and eliminate these women faster, the less this will happen. And the more they will come back down to reality. Women will come back down to reality. Not all women are like that, but about 60%, I have to guess, the 44% as of the time this was written almost 4 years ago, it's probably 60% now. Wow. Looking for hookups was the second popular reason the millennials were on dating apps. And according to the Norwegian study, this was the main reason for men in particular. Well, 4 years ago when this was written, okay, the oldest millennial was 36 years old, right? And so, like I've said before in the past, what the millennial women started was one of the biggest college trends women have ever, had in history, okay? Women are, getting college degrees at a rate of 2 to 1, even more than 2 to 1 compared to men. So women are going to college, they're getting a degree, they're more career focused than family focused, but they still have sexual needs during college. So do you think that these women are going to want to commit or have the time to commit if they wanted to? They could balance it out if they wanted to. But on top of that, now they have OnlyFans and Instagram, and they're realizing if I'm somewhat cute, even if I'm not cute, I can get thirsty beta males to throw money my way for creating pointless content, right? There's this chick on the internet that sells farts in a jar. She farts in jars and sells them, I think, like $100 a pop or something. That's absolutely asinine. That's just absolutely ridiculous. They reported a desire for casual sex and short-term relationships on dating apps like Tinder and Bumble. That's why don't use Tinder and Bumble if you're looking for a relationship. I think the two best sites to use, okay, at least as of when I used them before I met my woman I'm with, I met her on Match.com. Match.com is the best, but second is probably Hinge. Any other dating apps are going to be more hookups and games. Now, don't get me wrong. there are still plenty of women on Match.com and Hinge that are seeking validation, but there are more relationship-minded women on Match.com and on Hinge. Bumble, Tinder, Plenty of Fish, or, whatever is left of OkCupid, they've all become hookup apps or games, or playing games, spammers, etc. However, lead author Olav Botton dismissed what he called a myth that men on dating apps are only looking for casual sex, saying this is inaccurate. I agree. Most guys, especially when they hit their 30s, they get their shit together, they get into their career, they're making good money, right? They're in good shape, they want a family. And a lot of these women, as they come out of their 20s and their 30s, right? Okay. They're not giving these guys the time of day, because the women are still going for the Chads and Tyrones. The women in their early 30s are still trying to live the lifestyle of their 20s. But what's happening is the guys, the thirsty beta males that were following the 20-year-olds, right, the 18 through 29-year-olds, and paying money on their OnlyFans and following them on Instagram and stuff, they're no longer following these women. They're following the new set of younger women, right? And it just creates one big shit show, of what's happening and what women are doing. And so you have guys in their early 30s that really want to find someone. And, women are also coming out and saying, where are all the good guys at? Well, they're there, but you don't want them because you still want the Chads and Tyrones that you were getting in your 20s. And just because these guys are a little less attractive and a little less Chad-like, but they can be a great provider and you can have a great family life with them, you don't want them, right? Men who use these apps also seek long-term partners, but to a lesser extent than short-term partners, Botton said. Okay. The Norwegian research counters previous research on dating apps and confidence that has found that dating apps lower your self-esteem and may likely result in you feeling upset about how you look. Here's the thing. You got to love yourself no matter what. If you don't love yourself and love what you see in the mirror, then you're never going to find someone that's going to love you. But even if you look good, even for good-looking guys, I don't think I'm the greatest-looking guy in the world. I'm an average-looking guy, maybe 7.5 on the attraction scale, right? But I feel I'm cute enough and good-looking enough to get women's attention, right? Even when I was single before I met this lady I'm with, okay, even I would get rejected by a lot of women. Even good-looking guys get rejected, right? And again, women are looking for all sorts of different things on these apps, and so are men. So you're going to encounter a lot of different walks of life before you find someone that clicks. But eventually you will if you don't give up. Look who I found. I've been with this woman for not almost over 6 months. And it's been great. Don't get upset. Don't let it bother you. Learn how to filter out the people that aren't good prospects and focus on the good prospects. Social network site users anticipating the scrutiny of others may become acutely focused on themselves and try to present an image through their posted photos that approximates societal beauty ideals, society beauty ideals, and accentuates their appearance. Well, this is all the social stigma, and this is all about, what society standards deem to be attractive. Listen, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? If you find someone you click with and they click with you, and let's say as a guy, you're an 8 and she's a 6, you're going to look at that woman like a 10 if, you love her personality and, you just love who she is, right? Never ever listen to society standards, right? Go with how you feel, right? Go with how you feel. That's what I tell everyone, okay? Don't get caught up in the social stigma of anything. And that will make your life a lot better and it'll prevent you from getting upset. Don't let this stupid shit upset you. Over time, this self-promotion and impression management, particularly when not validated, may only worsen levels of self-objectification and body disparagement. It could also lower self-esteem, said Dr. Jessica Struble from the University of North Texas, who authored one such study. Okay, fair enough. And I think that is that. Okay. So that is the first one right there. We are at 1 hour and 29 minutes. All right, let's go to this other blog here from the blog site Your Tango. And the title is MTV released a shocking study about seeking validation on dating apps. One more time. MTV released a shocking study about seeking validation on dating apps. And this was released in 2019, so about 3 years ago. Still relevant to this day. By Brittany Christopoulos. That sounds like a Greek last name. Maybe she's married to a Greek guy. Maybe she's actually Greek. Cool. Excellent. All right. During times of self-doubt and self-pity, we often turn to dating apps for that confidence boost or validation we crave. Well, most normal people would turn to dating apps to try to find someone to connect with, and hopefully it lead to something everlasting. But there are a lot of very unhappy and miserable people with unresolved issues deep within nowadays. So those people are going to these dating apps and dating sites to, to better themselves mentally and emotionally, to basically fulfill, themselves through validation, right? But is it real validation or is it fake? That's the thing. But just because you swipe until your heart's content doesn't mean you will ever find what you're looking for. But here's the thing. You can find what you're looking for if you stay focused, learn how to identify and eliminate people that are wasting your time, and focus on people, okay, whether you're a man or a woman, focus on a man or a woman that, is communicating with you in a way that's genuine. Take it to the phone the same day, and then meet that same night or the next night. Meet as soon as possible, and that will give you the best chance to find what you want. People are just not using dating apps in the way they were meant to be used. It's just another way to connect people. These dating apps, all they're doing is connecting us with people, right? It's up to us as individuals how we want to handle it, right? I feel like it is really common for people to join dating apps with no real intention of pursuing anyone. Instead, they only want the matches to make themselves feel better or validate whatever boost they needed. And like I've been saying, and the topic of this stream is 44% of women are seeking validation and to boost their confidence. Right? And that, like I said, that blog was written 4 years ago. Now it's probably 60%. It's probably much higher, right? Because we have even faster and better smartphones now and more apps, right? Okay? But you can make whatever you want out of dating apps. You don't have to go there for validation. Or you don't have to put up with people that are seeking validation. You just have to learn how to identify which men and women are only on there for validation. The way you do that is you move the process quickly. You try to get them on the phone the same day. And then if that goes well, you set up a date for the next day or that same night. It's still early and you both are free, or at least by the coming weekend. If you just keep chatting back and forth through a dating app, okay, especially if you're a guy doing that with a woman that has many more options than you because of the thirsty beta males nowadays, then she's going to eventually just fall off and basically give another guy a chance that's more assertive and moving through the process quicker than you. You just have to learn how to use these apps properly. It's common sense. It is totally flattering when you match with hot people, so I don't blame our generation for enjoying that feeling, but a new study just proved how common it is. Well, study or not, for people that have common sense are going to understand this. They're going to understand this. And never before until dating apps and dating sites came out did we have access to people, a large amount of people outside of our immediate area. We could set our radius to 100 miles. And that's still within a reasonable driving distance for most people, right? Before dating sites and dating apps, we were limited to meeting people within 5 or 10 miles of where we're at, based on where we would go on a daily basis or every so often, right? Back in October, an MTV News and MTV Insight study found that 61% of respondents between ages 18 and 29 were more interested in discovering who found them attractive than actually dating them. So now, a year later than the previous blog was released, previous blog was released in 2018, this one in 2019, found that 61%, so I was right, it's probably even higher now, it's probably 70 to 75% of women on dating apps are seeking validation and to boost their confidence. It keeps getting worse. Additionally, 30% of dating app users prefer casual dating for the short-term ego boost, and 42% want a long-term relationship. Well, 42% is a pretty big amount. Okay? But 42% of those users that want a long-term relationship are more than men, are more than women, or is it a combination of both? I honestly think that, those 42% that want a long-term relationship, okay, I bet you out of those 42%, 75% of the people of that 42% that want a long-term relationship are men, and only 25% are women, especially between the ages of 18 and 29. Like I was saying, between the ages of 18 and 29, when women are at their hottest, they're going to college, getting a degree, they're more career-focused and family-focused. They look at their sexual market value and how they can market it. When they see other women making tons of money just based on the way they look, every woman wants to do that. It's quick and easy money, right? But what happens when they turn 30? Boom, nobody pays these women anymore for their looks. So these women now, are struggling to, do the right thing. And it just becomes one big shit show. I've talked about it before. I'm not going to get into detail on it again. I think you get the point. Let's continue here. Some find the attention they receive on dating apps just as thrilling as receiving comments on Instagram selfies. It's all validation. Instagram is the validation capital of the world for women. And even some men that put up shirtless pictures. But even the attractive men with 6 or 8 packs that put up shirtless pictures, they don't get nearly the amount of attention that the women do because of the thirsty beta males. Bottom line. The positive feedback temporarily eases all feelings of insecurities and self-doubt and improves our self-confidence and worth. Big round of applause for that. Let me read that again. Okay? The positive feedback temporarily erases all feelings of insecurities and self-doubt and improves our self-confidence and worth. It improves it temporarily. And then when it stops for women at age 30, which is the average, then women's self-confidence and self-worth within them plummets, right? And they don't realize that they put themselves in that position because in their 20s, when they should have been trying to lock down that good man, when they were more beautiful and more fertile, they were out marketing themselves and making money, using their good looks instead of, trying to find a guy. See, women nowadays, they want to bake their cake and eat it too, right? I'm not saying that men are any better in the dating world, but this is what women are doing. This is what's happening. This is why, the marriage rate and the divorce rate's gone up higher. fewer people are getting married, and the birth rate has declined. This is what's causing it all right here. And it's the millennial generation that started this trend. Okay? Dating sprees are also becoming more common as people aren't taking dating overly seriously anymore. Yeah, when I was in my 20s, okay, and dating sites had not come out yet, and even when dating sites first came out on your laptop and desktops, long before smartphones made it an instant gratification world through these dating apps, okay, it was much easier to find a good woman as a man and vice versa. And there weren't as many distractions with these dating apps. So that way women and men could both focus on getting to know each other. Nowadays, if you connect with a woman and it seems to be going well and you're getting to know her, and even if you go on a date with her, she might be talking to 5 or 10 other guys still, and maybe going on 5 or 10 other dates, while she's seeing you. I mean, that's what happens. Back in the days, even 20, 25 years ago, that wasn't happening. We have too many options now, and that's a big part of it. Okay? It is as though they want to see how many people they can go on a date with rather than find someone who is a genuinely good match with them. I just said that in different words. One more time. It is as though they want to see how many people they can go on a date with rather than find someone who is a genuinely good match with them. Big round of applause! Yeah. Yeah. That's the truth. I've been saying that. This happened to me a lot before I met the woman I'm with, and in between other relationships in my 40s when I was on these dating apps and dating sites. Okay? A lot of these women, they would talk with me, but they would string me along. Right? And they were stringing along probably 5 or 10 other guys. They were getting a thrill off of having a ton of matches. And they were feeling, better having all these matches rather than focusing on one guy and meeting one guy and having something real. And it's surreal, but that's what's happening. Wow. But why do we do it so often? Great question. Because it is quick, easy, and accessible. Why do we do it so often? Because it is quick, easy, and accessible. Yeah. These damn things here, there we go, these damn things here have changed everything. Quick, easy, and accessible. Wow. There's nothing wrong with wondering what or who you can attract. We all enjoy someone wanting us. That's not selfish. But the problem lies with people who search for validation from other people instead of within themselves. One more time, the problem lies with people who search for validation from other people instead of within themselves. Big, huge round of applause! How many times have I been saying that? Video after video, stream after stream. This is the problem. It stems within yourself and how you see yourself. Bottom fucking line. Whew, I'm feeling hot tonight. The study also found that 43% of people swiped right on someone they felt no attraction to. Yeah, because you have the thirsty beta male swiping right on everyone. I'm so desperate. I just want one attraction. I don't care if it's the most hideous woman in the world, right? Also, 39% talked to someone they had no intention of meeting in person. Validation, whether it be a man or a woman, validation, that's what it leads to. This leads to false hopes and deception, not to mention bruised egos, obviously. If you've been using dating apps or dating sites for a while, like I have in the past, okay? So I was using dating apps, in between relationships dating sites, and then they turn to dating apps, right? You can still access them on the web, but people use the phone now more, so it's easier, right? I've been using dating sites and dating apps for over 20 years, right? And if you've been using dating apps and dating sites for a long time, you know that people have been this way for a while. So you get used to it, and you know how to filter people out and not waste your time. You also learn to not let it bruise your ego or let it piss you off. You know that is just how many people are. You keep on eliminating those people that are that way until a good one comes along, like my current woman. Then you focus on her and make something happen with her. That's it. It's pretty simple, right? But the problem is people just do not know how to filter people out properly. You figure that out, then you'll eventually get whatever you want. Purchasing Tinder Gold isn't always the answer either. Yes, it can definitely help a bruised ego, but it can also cause a lot of damage too if the results aren't what you envision. A lot of times, if you're a good-looking enough guy and you have a well-written profile, you don't need to pay for the premium version to get matches. That's just my opinion, and that's a fact. Okay? This study about dating apps proves that most people care more about finding validation than falling in love, especially when it comes to women between 18 and 29. Okay? Using apps as a confidence boost isn't always the best way, since those feelings of affirmation are only temporary. One more time, using apps as a confidence boost isn't always the best way, since those feelings of affirmation are only temporary. Big round of applause! I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm going to keep saying this over and over and over and over and over again until you guys and gals understand this. It's only temporary. So why put yourself through this in the first place? Come on. Come on. Once the matches stop talking to you or aren't appearing as frequently as they used to, it potentially leads to more of an emotional distance from the real issue at hand, which is an insecurity. It's an insecurity. Get over your insecurity and nothing will bother you, whether good things happen or not. You'll understand that good and bad things happen, and when things aren't really going your way, don't let it get to you, because they will turn around. They will turn around as long as you keep a positive attitude. Insecurities about dating and romantic relationships can only be controlled for so long until they crumble. That's the problem. You should always be able to control that. Now, if you're a man, you should have emotional self-control and be emotionally strong and never let any of this shit get to you. But there are so many beta males nowadays that are feminized and they act like women, so they let it get to them, right? But a real man should never let this get to them. When it comes to women, they're bothered by this when it goes south, when it goes wrong, because they're emotional beings, so I can understand that. But for men, you should be able to hold your own, okay? When things don't go your way, don't let it crumble you, okay? And real men don't have insecurities. I'm not saying we don't have any insecurities, but real men, even if they have an insecurity every now and then, which can be normal, are able to work through it, and they're no longer feeling that insecurity. As of myself right now, I have no insecurities, right? Okay? I have no insecurities, and I am fearless. And that's how I've grown to be. That's how I learned to be. Okay? It is extremely unhealthy when people rely on messages or matches to dictate their self-worth. It is extremely unhealthy when people rely on messages or matches to dictate their self-worth. The opinions of others mean too much to people, and it internally destroys them piece by piece over time. Folks, the only opinion of yourself that should really matter is your own. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The only opinion of yourself that really matters is your own. And if you learn to truly accept that, nothing or no one will ever bother you. And eventually you will get everything you want in life, because the disappointments along the way until you find and get what you're seeking, whether it be, in the dating world or in business, okay? you'll eventually get that with a positive attitude, okay, if you don't worry about other people's opinion or opinions of you. The only opinion that matters is your own, bottom line. As a generation, we need to take our time healing from old wounds and help build ourselves before we seek a Band-Aid to cover up old insecurities in hopes it makes you feel better long term. Yeah, how many people Band-Aid shit? You know, the reason why a lot of people over the last 5 years I've been doing this coaching thing on YouTube, okay? The reason why a lot of people attack me is because I call them out on their unresolved issues that they're trying to put a Band-Aid on, and I rip that Band-Aid off by calling them out on what the actual issue is, and then they get triggered and attack me. Because instead of wanting to solve the underlying issue, admit and solve the underlying issue, they get triggered and then they attack me so they can make themselves feel temporarily better again. Do you folks want a temporary fix or do you want a permanent fix? I think you know what the answer is to that, okay? Develop a sense of what it means for yourself to be worthy and successful on your own scale. Create your own value system and work on yourself first. Let me repeat that one more time. Develop a sense of what it means for yourself to be worthy and successful on your own scale. Create your own value system and work on yourself first. Love yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Get up every morning and say, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Five freaking times. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Five freaking times. And truly mean it. And then walk out into the world, the real world, with a smile and a positive attitude, no matter what happens. Even if bad shit happens, even if you go to work and you have an angry or bitter boss or coworker, don't let it get you. Say, hey, is everything okay? What can I do to help you, right? Be cool and calm and see what happens. You're going to turn it around. If you get triggered along with them, you're only fueling their fire more and now putting yourself in a bad position. Don't do that. Folks, get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in about 5 to 7 minutes here. I'm at the last paragraph here. We are at 1 hour and 51 minutes. Went a little bit over. I thought it was only going to be about an hour and a half, but that's okay. This was worth it. This was worth it. All right. Set small goals for yourself to complete and be proud of that will help start self-compassion. Yeah, start out small, but set goals, attainable goals. And as you start completing them, you will build your confidence more. You'll start loving yourself more. You'll start seeing results happen. And that's the thing. What happens with people, I used to do this too. Like if you have like 20 things you need to fix within yourself, right? And let's say 2 of them are going to take a very long time, like months or years, right? But you have 18 others that would take 10 minutes to fix each, right? I used to tackle the harder ones first, right? Instead of tackling the 18 that would take 5 minutes and complete them in the course of a week and feel accomplished, and then start working on the ones that take longer, right? And it would basically, when I would go the other way of tackling the ones that take longer, I would feel not accomplished because I still have 18 or 19 others to go. But if I do the easy ones first, then it gives me a sense of accomplishment. Knock out the first 18 and then focus on the bigger ones afterwards that are going to take longer with a better positive outlook and energy because I've already completed the first 18, right? Set small goals for yourself to complete and be proud of, and that will help start self-compassion. That way, when the time comes for finding a new partner, you'll be more aware than distracted. That is huge. That is the biggest line of this whole show. Listen to this. That way, when the time comes for finding a new partner, if you set small goals and you complete them and you're proud and you start, self-compassion, when the time comes for finding a new partner, you'll be more aware than distracted. And you can focus on getting to know that one person and find true love and happiness. Over time, you will discover in this world who can truly make you feel loved, valuable, and wanted. You got to love yourself first, though. That's the main thing, folks. That's what it all boils down to always. So give yourself a pat on the back. Oh, sorry. I missed a section here. My fault. Over time, you'll discover you are worthy. Remember, Tinder or Bumble matches don't make you beautiful. Your passion, life experiences, goals, and personality do. I could not have said it better myself. You are the only person in this world who can truly make you feel loved, valuable, and wanted. So give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. That's it. There you go. All right. We are at 1 hour and 55 minutes. I want to do something special to end this show here. Let's do something special to end this show. Let's go back to full screen. And let's play a song and do a dance to wrap this baby up. What should I play here? Let's play here. Let's see. Is this a good one? No, let's see. Not that one. Let's try this one. Yeah! Whoa, yeah! Doom, doom, doom. Let's feel it. GLM Rainforest Vlogs wanted a little dancing. Let me get a little preview. I'll probably do a dancing stream down the road at some point. I wonder if I can find my background. Let me see here. Yeah, I know I have a background somewhere. I can't find it right now. I'm going to have to look at it another time there. Yeah, shake it all about. Shake it up. Feel good. Feel good. Pump it up. Pump it up. Pump it up. Pump it up. Feel real good. Yeah, I still got it at 48. You got it too, don't you? Should I play one more? All right, one more here. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah! Latino music, baby! Woo! Feel it, baby, feel it! Feel good. This is part of getting what you want. want and loving yourself. You gotta feel good. You gotta take chances. All right? Who cares if you look stupid? You know, there are people out here on YouTube that are gonna say, oh, you look stupid, Eli, for doing this dancing. You can't dance. Come on. You can't dance, dude. I don't care. I'm just having fun. I'm living it up. Can you shake it like me? Hey, I'm 48 years old, but I can still groove it, baby. Groove. And I like now that I do these shows in 1080p at 60 frames per second, because you can see real smooth motion on the screen, right, baby? Real smooth motion. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, folks, time to wrap this baby up. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you to my wonderful, beautiful, amazing lady behind the scenes. I don't know if you're still watching. I haven't seen you text. Maybe I put you to sleep. Who knows? Thank you to Rainforest Vlogs for being here, aka GLM. We will get your main account unblocked, hopefully by tomorrow. Thank you also to Your Portal for being here. And O'Neely, thank you for being here earlier tonight, folks. I'll be back tomorrow for at least a Walking with Purpose stream and maybe more unless I end up going out. I might go out tomorrow night with some friends and my brother and stuff. I'm not quite sure yet. But keep it locked here, folks. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications, and that way you will not miss anything. With that being said, have yourselves a great night. My lady says, I am definitely still here. What a super trooper. With that being said, have yourselves a great night. And I'll see you all next time. Take care. And as always, why is my video being all jittery? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I got a little too excited there and I broke it. All right. And as always, be good to each other. Bye-bye.